Heather Barr is our next speaker from Public Health.
Close your eyes. I want you to imagine sitting in a room by yourself for months. Sit with that thought. How do you feel? Maybe a little lonely? Oh, keep them closed, keep them closed. Now picture a door in the corner opens and a happy pup comes running up, tail wagging, looking for pets. Now how do you feel? Open your eyes. I imagine this is about what you were picturing. My name is Heather. This is my dog Jasper, and my research focuses on suicide prevention. So why am I talking about a dog in your room? Because we've spent the last 2 years in isolation due to COVID, and we've witnessed the negative impacts that has on mental health. When we went into lockdown, 1 in 5 families adopted a pet. So even as Americans were losing jobs at a record rate, they panic bought puppies just like they did toilet paper. A recent survey of Americans revealed that 1 in 3, though, are experiencing feelings of extreme loneliness. And reasons why we aren't around other people can vary, but the impacts are the same. We don't like it. And our current approach to dealing with loneliness is either to blame the victim, tell them to go socialize, to prescribe medications. Antidepressant and anxiety medications are among the top prescriptions in the US, or to self-medicate, alcohol and other drugs. And these feelings of loneliness and isolation are strongly associated with both suicide and depression. But going back to the animals, the privileges of animal ownership and the benefits of it are often there for those who are more affluent and younger. A few examples are that you can't buy pet food with EBT. Landlords can deny you rent because you have a pet, and vet and medical bills are paid out of pocket. But better understanding how animals can support our mental wellness may inspire more support for animal-human interaction. But the current literature around that is mixed at best. So, myself and a small team are conducting a systematic literature review so that we can provide a more concrete answer to this question. By compiling this research, we're providing a foundation on which we can build new public health policy. Because our approach to understanding loneliness is first recognizing that the positive impacts of social interaction don't just have to come from other people. Do you remember that feeling when that happy doggo walked into your room? Would it have been the same if it were a cat or a bird? Whether you own the animal or were just visiting, or even if it were a robotic pet that responded to touch. We want to answer whether these interactions can help alleviate feelings of loneliness. So when you go home and you're greeted by your furry, feathered, or scaled friend, I want you to think about what that interaction does to you, what the implications may be. Can you pet yourself happy? Possibly. Thank you.
Thank you. So besides Jasper here, do you have other animals?
I do. I have 2 cats, Phoebe and Dilios.
Okay.
Jasper likes them more than they like him.
Yeah, I have stories about that, dogs and cats in my house. Actually, talking about cats, because I have an answer to that next question. Who's your favorite animal around campus? Do you have a favorite animal around campus?
Okay, that's a really good question. First off, the llamas are probably my favorite to go visit, but in case you guys didn't know, one of our faculty members just shared that there's a cat map on UC Davis.
Yeah.
So you can see where Cheeto lives, you can see where all of the famous UC Davis cats live. It is the cool, and you can read about their personalities. That's really cool.
Yeah. So I was Cheeto. I follow him on Instagram.
So Cheeto's your favorite?
Yeah. I'd like to hear, that's important actually to us, how you selected UC Davis for your PhD in public health.
I am a child of California. I was born here and I love California. UC Davis has always been in my backyard, but was always that university that just always seemed so out of reach. And I got really lucky to have, 1, been accepted, and 2, have the most supportive advisors that I could have imagined. So it was an easy choice when it came to actually picking my school.
Okay, cool. Thinking back to what you were discussing and the role that pets play with loneliness, there are concerns, right, about what's going to happen as we move out of the pandemic and what's going to happen to some of these pets. Do you share these concerns?
Absolutely. The thought that 1 in 5 families picked up a pet during the pandemic means that all those pets need to continue to have homes. Unfortunately, we have seen some being returned to shelters. We've seen the increase in that. But one of the reasons is there aren't a lot of supports, as I mentioned, for animal and human interaction.
Right.
They're expensive, they're time consuming, they're wonderful, we love them. We just need more support to care for them.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.